Here we go. Okay, so welcome back. I'm glad you guys came back. So today what I wanted to talk about is this morning, I had a call with a client, and as we were talking about what her day should look like, I said something along the lines of, because she's part of the 5 a.m. club, I said between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. you should be doing your client work, and then at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. you should be doing income producing activities. And she said to me, I thought my client work was income producing activities. How many of you think your client work is income producing activities? It's not. Does anybody know why?
Not bringing in income.
Because we already have that sale and it's not producing a new sale.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Exactly. It's because, so I use these words because that's my lingo, but I didn't realize that when I'm saying it to you guys, that you might not be getting it, what that is. So when I'm talking about income producing activities, that doesn't mean your client work is part of that, right? Your client work is not part of the income producing activities. Your income producing activities is always looking for new clients. If you're working with a client, once you've sold the client and you're fulfilling on that, that is not income producing. Okay? So how many of you now, knowing that, see where you might not be doing enough income producing activities in your business? It should be all of you if you did not really realize that, right? It should be all of you guys. If your whole thing, if you're not spending at least an hour, depending on how much time you have, you should be spending between those of you who don't have any clients should be spending at least 80% of your day on income producing activities. Email marketing, speaking, sponsorships, phone calls, reach outs, right? Networking, all of those are income producing activities. If you have enough clients or you have some clients, here's the thing, if you don't continue to create and do the income producing activities, what happens when all of a sudden one day a pandemic hits and then they're like, I'm sorry, I can't work with you anymore because we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? So you've got to make sure that you're constantly building your client count, accounts, and you're working on that every single day. Everybody following me? All right, so that's the lesson for today, right? Are you doing that? Are you spending enough time on income producing activities, or are you thinking your client work is income producing? It's not. You've already produced that income. It's contracted. It's cash in the door already. You've already been paid or will be paid because of a contract. The rest of the time should be spent working on getting more clients. So you've got to have time to fulfill on what you've sold, right? And then you have to create more business, right? I was just having that conversation with when you guys popped on and Terry popped on, is she's to the point where she literally cannot take on any more clients. So what does she do, right? What do you do? Because you can't stop because you're limiting your income. So what can you do?
Hire people. Hire somebody.
Get help.
No.
Hire help.
Patrice, you unmuted. I thought you might have the answer.
You have to be able to, this is my opinion, take away the stuff that doesn't produce income and let someone help you with that, and you keep going.
Well, that is one way, and that's what Barb was saying. But the other better way is to leverage so take that little bit of time that you have less. You could put, let's say she could put 2 or 3 more clients in there, to take that time for 2 or 3 more clients and leverage that now into a group program. Oh. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Leverage your time. So I told her, I said, you actually have the group that she put together. She's created a group that she could put 2 clients in, or she could put 2,000 clients in. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the way she's delivering it or the content that she's delivering. It's still costing her, I said but it's costing her 3 hours a week of time now, right? So I would rather her see, if she's got 5 hours left, she takes 3 of those hours, creates that other piece of online content that she needs, and now she can start funneling the people she can no longer work with. And I also told her to raise her price, right? And she's like, well, I might need to walk through that because I just raised my price. I'm like, great, raise it again. You're to the point where now it's about you charge the maximum value for where you're at, right? And so anybody who doesn't want to come in at that higher value now goes into the group program. This is how all people should be looking at their business. And now it depends on what it is, right? Patrice obviously cannot raise the price of a house she's selling, right?
I can raise my commission.
You can raise her commissions. There's other things you can, but there, and so you may be limited by that, but what she can do is she could also bring on team members to be selling that she's also going to get a piece of every time, right? A little commission on everything they sell because they're part of her team. So she's going to feed them leads and they're going to sell for her. So there's a lot of ways to leverage your time. But my main point here today is I wanted you to understand the difference between income producing and client fulfillment, right? Are we all good there?
Yes.
All right, Donna, you made it on time just to come in at the end of this training. So it's a short training, right? It's a short training. So go back and listen to it because it's really good. And I think that you might find that you might need to know. So let's see. I don't know who raised their hand. So let's see what we have. Patrice, go ahead.
Okay, I love it, Jean. It was a lifesaver. It helped me launch my business. I call it DIPA, daily income producing activity. But I will say one thing: if you don't have some kind of accountability sheet to keep track of what you do, like every day, I have to write down how many new dials, how many follow-up dials, how many reaches, contacts, how many appointments set, how many appointments held. Like if you have no way to track it, you will lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're doing it, and you're really not. I see that from team members all the time.
Good advice.
You have to have a follow-up system, right? Good job. Christine.
So you rattled off a list of income producing activities, which I think sometimes would be helpful. I was wondering if you could kind of go through that list again, because I think sometimes, like you were saying, we think we're doing something that's income producing. So what kind of things really fall into that? Because like,
so here's the thing that falls into it: one-on-one phone conversations.
okay.
Email marketing, sponsorships, speaking. I said a different one too. I had one more.
Networking.
Networking. Yeah, thank you, Irene. Networking. Those are all income producing activities. And there's 1,000 other ways, but that's the one for most people that they should be doing. I always think people should be doing the four things you should be doing: sponsorships, email marketing, networking, and speaking. Those are my 4.
Define sponsorship, please.
So that is when you, like, okay, perfect. You're part of WESOS. WESOS meetings always have an opportunity to have a sponsor
Okay.
list where you pay for a table.
Gotcha.
Now,
Yeah, I did that for the.
yes, and
Right,
it may,
yeah.
so here's the thing. Here's what you have to know. There's certain groups that may, or let me just say this clearly. There are certain groups that may or may not be effective for that. If that group is not effective, you have to find other ways to sponsor. You guys have heard me tell the story that I was in Atlanta last year in November. Irene, you were there, and I spoke on stage, and I paid $8,000 for 3 minutes to speak.
Not believe it.
Right?
Yeah.
3 minutes, I paid $8,000. That's a sponsorship, right? But did I not kill it on stage in 3 minutes?
Yeah, you did.
Killed it on stage in 3 minutes. I walked out of there with 156 leads, right?
Wow.
So you've got, so it depends on what your sponsorship is, but all of that is, those are all income producing activities. For those of you who are just joining us, what's not in, I'm gonna say it one more time because I know you guys all got it, but for the newbies, what's not income producing is fulfilling on the clients you already have, right? So today, when I asked you guys to all, thank you so much for all leaving. You left so fast. I'm so grateful because I had a client there. So, and I totally forgot that when I put that in there, it was a typo on my part. So, because in my calendar, I have you guys starting at 10:45 today. So the point being is, when I was fulfilling with her at 10 o'clock, that was not income producing. She already paid. right? She's already paid every month. She's already paid. That's me fulfilling on that. That's not income now producing,
Yes.
right? That's income got, I guess, right? That's income you've gotten. Now you have to go out and create more income. So for most of you, Patrice said, what conference was that? It was called Take the Stage. It's a speaking conference that my coach does for people in, what do you mean? It was
No,
this?
no,
It was
no,
called-
no. She's asking what conference yours is,
October.
the October one.
Oh, did I miss that? Did I miss the first?
You missed the comment before.
Oh, my conference is called the Business Turnaround Conference, right?
No.
So the
Jean,
question
let me-
is, are there sponsorships available still?
Absolutely, there are sponsorship. Barb already has a sponsorship.
That's why
I
she
mentioned it
it.
in the
Oh, okay.
chat,
Yes.
Jean. I said a great sponsorship will be Jean's upcoming conference in October, if
Well-
there's any spots left.
And that's what caused all of this.
That's what started it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see your comment, Barb. Because I only see like a couple lines when it pops up here because I don't have the chat open. Yes, so yes, there are sponsorships there available, and some of them are, now mine are not like $8,000 for 3 minutes. That's just crazy talk. But I also know that my coach brings my ideal clients because she does the exact same thing I do, right? So I definitely wanted to be in front of her group. So yes, and so you should know who the people coming to my conference will be: small business owners. So if those are your ideal clients, then that would be a good place for you to sponsor,
Mhm.
right? Professional women, right? Mostly it's women who follow me. There'll be a few men there, but that doesn't mean that they're all, you should know who the makeup of the audience are. And I do have speaking sponsorships available, and I do have booth sponsorships available, and I think I even have a couple other sponsorships. But I've got a sponsorship packet. I just have to go in and change the dates since it was supposed to be May. And by the way, I already know the dates. It is October. Okay, I don't know the dates right off no, it's the 22nd.
It was the 22nd.
22nd to the 24th. And if we cannot hold events, it will be a virtual event, right?
Okay.
A virtual event. It will be, I will be doing the exact same event, which is part of the reason I really wanted to do this one-day event and see what I'm going to need to take it to up it. I need to be able to, I want to elevate it from whatever I do for you guys on Friday. It has to be elevated big time to get that same experience that you would have at a 3-day event from in front of your own computer at home, right? So, all right, any questions now about, yeah, Francesca, go ahead.
So I just, I took another LinkedIn class this morning. We had someone teach it. And so kind of playing into your networking pieces, one of the tips was to send out 10 requests. So there are different filters in LinkedIn, and you can find who your target people are that you want to look at. Or let's say they looked at yours, Jean, as to who you were connected with, and maybe they would have an interest and then come back to you and say, would you mind introducing me? Do you know this person well? So they were talking about, working through that to gain people to know. And then the other thing they talked about, which I had no idea, but if you have LinkedIn on your phone as an app, you can send a video of yourself and send a video message, which I had no idea this was out there.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
I think would be really cool. So if it were your birthday, Jean, I would definitely send you a video birthday to say, hey, happy birthday. Because then it's fun, right? It's more personal.
Yeah, I love that. Here's the thing. I love that you were taught that, because here's what happened in 2008. My husband was downsized from the company he's at work at now, right? He was gone for 10 years. He just went back in November to that company, but he was downsized from that company. When he was looking for a job, he made looking for a job a full-time job, right? And he did it all on LinkedIn. And he found the company he wanted to work for, which was way closer to home than where he ended up. But what he said was he saw that his old boss was connected to the president of the company. So he contacted his old boss. He said, would you feel comfortable passing my resume along to them? I think I'd be a great fit for this opening that they have. So he's like, no problem, send me your resume. He sent them the resume. 2 days later, his old boss called him back and he said, I did not pass that resume along. I have a position that I would like to offer you, right? So now it's so funny because his old boss, his name is Tim. Tim moved back over to Westel, and Tim could not recruit because of a non-compete agreement, and he had to sign an NDA that he would not, or a non-compete over there. He could not ask Bruce to come back, so he had to put an ad, and they were waiting for Bruce to see the ad so that he could go look at that ad himself to find a job. So he's followed his old boss back over there, but his boss could not actively recruit him due to a contract that he had in place. Deb, go ahead.
So I have an interest in something if you want to share it later. If you're going to do this 3-day event and kick it up a notch from your 1-day event, I'm curious how you're going to do that. I'm curious what the plan is or how it played out for you, because people are pushing me to do an online conference. And I'm like, unless I can kick it up, I can't. You know, I just don't want to do a Zoom meeting. I want to kick it up. So if you got any tips, that'd be great.
So, well, here's the thing. I may come back and offer a workshop on that. I will know after I'm done. I don't know what that is right this moment, but I'll tell you, there's 2 things I've already taken to figure it out. Number 1, I'm going to do my 1-day event, right? What did that look like? Where did I mess up at? Where were my opportunities that I missed? I will be analyzing all of that, right? Still, while I'm delivering, I've actually got a meeting planner was doing my 3-day event this weekend in the Chicago area. She's going to be online working as a meeting planner does at my event on Friday, right? She will be there to take care of things, questions people have that I can't answer while I'm in the middle of stuff. People can go to her. She'll be like a helpline there.
Right.
So that's one. I'm elevating it that way, partly.
Okay.
Second of all, there was 2 things. Oh, second of all, I am registered at the end of this month, the 29th, 30th, and 31st of May, to sit my ass here on the computer for 3 full days for at least 9 to 10 hours a day. And I will be taking an event called the virtual event to how to host a virtual 3-day event. And it's by my mentors who have taught me how to hold a 1-day event, right? So these people, I've been following them forever. I bought several things that they offer. I have gotten my money more than what I paid for. As a matter of fact, Saturday morning, I was sitting here at 6 o'clock in the morning and I bought my ticket for that event. It was $97 because it's a virtual event and $197 all access ticket price.
Sage, right?
What?
Sage?
Sage, yeah. Sage.
I thought it was
I always
Sage.
signed up for that.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that.
I wonder if there's, I don't think it's still 97. I lost the time.
I can give you the stuff, but it may not be anymore. I don't know. I've been a client of theirs for a long time, so I love them. So anyway, 6 o'clock Saturday morning, I'm sitting here and I got a refund for $197 from them. Hold on, I want to share this with you. Hold on, let me find this really quick here, because this is what you want your ideal clients to do. So I'm glad that this was kind of off track here, but it's a good conversation. Let me just find the email I sent her.
That was why I wanted to do mine in June rather than in May, but then I decided I'd rather have the income in May.
Hold on. I've got, here it is. Okay, so. Oh gosh, where is it at? Oh, shoot. Don't go anywhere, please. I really want to share this with you because it's such what day was Saturday? That was the 16th. Oh, come on. Oh, came back from Blue.
I think you had to do it by the 15th.
No, I'm talking about an email I got back from them.
Oh, okay.
So I sent it to Barry. Sent. Let me look in the sent here. Maybe that would be easier. Barry.
So is Barry helping you next week?
No, Barry is not helping me. I can't afford Barry and Blue. They have a multiple seven-figure business.
Aha.
Anyway, I can't find it here in my email, which sucks a lot. One more time. Sage. Ugh. So anyway, so here's what happened. I sent them back an email immediately because I was sitting here when it came through. It said your all access ticket has been refunded. And I sent Barry an email immediately that said, Barry, my all access ticket was just refunded. What happened? Am I no longer all access? I need to be all access. Make me all access. Regular attendees are losers. All access is where it's at. Take my money. That's I put like money bag emojis there. Like take my and Blue emailed me back immediately and he's like, LOL, Jean, you're awesome. He goes, we have upgraded our Rush members. You joined Rush. We've upgraded our Rush members to all access for free, so we refunded you. I told him, I said, you know what? I would have paid 4 times that. I would have paid $500 to be all access with their stuff because I know that for what I pay for them, I get back so much more than what I paid for. I love them so much. So I'm taking their 3-day event this month. I will learn how to do that. Plus, one of the things being all access is I get a private 20-minute call with them there. Plus, because I'm a member of Rush, I get a free 20 or 30-minute call with them, which I
What's Rush?
Rush was a program that I bought from them last year.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's really about how to get people to rush to the back of the stage, right? What's your high ticket offer? So, yeah, I will know how to upgrade. I will know how to upgrade that afterwards. But honestly, I'm not going to lie. It'd probably be something that I'm going to charge for. I'll do a workshop on it and charge for it. So, all right. Any other questions? But I wish I could have found that because it was so funny the way I wrote it. That it's like I was devastated when I saw my $197 come back. Like, take my money, give me what I want, right?
Oh,
Barry
put it back in and tell him that's for me.
Barry does not do anything mediocre. She is so high level and high class. Oh, I love her so much. Go ahead, Francesca.
So the boot camps that I've been doing, and they're scheduled for the whole month. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're doing these FaceTime live, and we've had the highest participant was 1,300 people.
Well, and the Barry and Blue have just recently did a 3,000 person virtual event, right? So they tracked everything. How many people stayed online? How many people showed up? And they actually had a registration process, just like the whole thing is about how to go to an online event like you're going to a real live event. So they had a registration process you go through. You check in a day or a couple hours, several hours before the event. And then they have some other pieces. They have a helpline. They have a help desk, right? Like you would have that. So, and what everything they tracked said it was like 78 to 80% stuck with it, right? That's a high. You don't expect that kind of stick rate in a virtual or a virtual event. And those were 3-day events. And then what people bought, the conversion rate was higher than a live event, which was really interesting to me. So yeah, I am all about investing my money where I know that I can take it and make more money. You guys should all be doing the same thing, right? Be investing your money where Francesca does this. She invests her money to go out and buy and flip houses. That's an investment in how she knows she can make more money, right? So, all right. Any other questions? Have I missed anything I need to address in the chat?
So do you consider that income producing activity?
My 3-day event?
The one you're going to learning.
I totally consider that income producing. I'll tell you why. Because number one, there will be people there that I will meet that could possibly be clients for me, right?
Okay.
There are people there that I will meet that could teach me something more that I could earn more money from knowing what they have that I don't know. right? Yeah, I
Right.
absolutely think a 3-day, I think people who don't go to conventions and events like that are really are missing out because they're not leveraging the other contacts that they could meet there. So I absolutely think that they are missing out. So, all right, any other questions? Thank you, Barb. Christine.
I put a comment in the chat. I'm interested in the sponsorship information. So
Okay.
do I need to send you an email or?
Well, let's just say this, I have to update it first, just with the new dates. I mean, I'm not updating the prices or anything. The prices were really good. I will tell you for a booth, the basic booth sponsorship, there's no speaking with it or anything, but you can collect leads, is $500.
Okay.
Much?
500.
I didn't hear it.
500.
Oh, 500, okay.
But for you, Irene, it's going to be 5,000. No, it's 500. It's 500.
Go for it.
Yeah, $500 is the basic sponsorship level.
So
What's
question on that.
for speaking?
I have a 3,500. I only have two $5,000 spots, and those are both gone. And then those are both speaking spots. And then I do have two $3,500 spots, speaking spots there.
Question on your booth. When you say booth, is that like for me, or, you know, is that setting up jewelry or no?
So here's the thing, what will it look, so if we do it in person, it means you would set up your table with jewelry, right? We will all be in the same room, so you don't have to worry that, you know, you'll always have eyes, or somebody will have eyes on your booth. If we do it virtually, there will be time within the meeting for people to visit the sponsor rooms. There'll be an opportunity for that you can go spend some time with the sponsors, and all of the sponsors are going to be encouraged. Actually, all of the sponsors will be encouraged, like if you're going to give away a promotional product, like number one, I would say contact Barb, but number two is my sponsors, hopefully you're going to create a giveaway, right? Your giveaway, so they've got something with your name on it. All of those will go in their swag, in the swag box that I send to them, right? So that when they open it up, they should get, you know, like just tons of stuff in their swag box.
Yeah.
So that from the sponsors, right? Because you want, as a sponsor, you want to be memorable, and you want them to have, you know, if you were putting a pen in there, or Barb would be perfect to be the right person to find out what would be great in there, right? I will have the workbook will be in there, right? Just like what's coming to you. So for this, not having but a week to put this together, there were no sponsors for this, right? So I had to go out and purchase everything I put in there. So while as I was putting them together, I'm like, wow, it doesn't really look like I spent what I spent on this, but look at all of the details, right? Open up the things. There's some, all right, I will tell you one thing I forgot that I will definitely put from the next one. I had it here and I forgot to stick it in, was I was going to put one of those, hello, my name is tags, right?
I love it.
Wear at your house, right? Because
Yeah, I love it.
I want you to have the whole sponsorship thing. So I will say this, when you open the little box, I want to know what your first thought is about that, and then post it in the, don't say what it is, but post it in the Facebook group. Some of you should get your boxes, your bags today. Some of you will, if like Donna won't get hers till Thursday, maybe Friday. If you're out of state, it's going to be Friday, they said. So hopefully they'll get there by Thursday, but I will on Thursday put links to the workbook and stuff in the Facebook group, just so in case you don't get your book till Friday, you'll have it. Are you leaving? I know you said you have to go, Deb. Bye. So, all right, what other things here? What other questions? So when you open the little box, there's a little box in there. When you open it, I want to know what your first thought is, why I would put that in there, and then post it in the Facebook group. Okay. So, without saying what it was. Yeah, go ahead, Renee.
So if on your 3-day event, are you still deciding whether it's going to be at a place or if it's going to be Zoom? Is that still a decision that you have to make?
The decision will be made for me by the government, right?
Okay.
So if we can do an in-person event, I would much rather do an in-person event. The experience will be so much better, right?
So do you have a place already for the
I
in-person event?
already have a deposit. I already have a contract. We've already changed the date from May 21st to the 24th. I'm sorry, the May.
22nd of
22nd.
October.
Yeah.
Well, we have a VIP mastermind the night before in both tickets. So the regular ticket gets you October. So we've already moved it. The contract has already been moved. So from the 22, 23, 24. However, the VIP ticket gets you into a 21-day on the 21st, which includes dinner and a mastermind. What am I going to do if it includes dinner and a mastermind? I don't know. I've got some ideas. So
There'll be restaurants open then.
well, we'll see. We'll see what that looks like, right? So
And what hotel is it at?
at the Crown Plaza in Burr Ridge, right on 55 and
Okay.
County Line Road.
That's where you held this one-day event before, right?
Yeah, same place, except we'll have their
I thought-
entire ballroom. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it may not just be the government in October. It might be that it's everything's open, but some people choose not to go. So you might want to think about two ways to do it. One is in person, and then maybe you could have people buy a virtual as well.
That is definitely a possibility, right? Because Moham can do that for me, and he's
Yeah.
already my video guy.
That's what Arbonne does every year. They do, well, I don't know, every year. I've only been with
Here's the
it.
thing. Here's why I don't do it, right? Because you miss out when you're not there in person. And if you think you can sit home and catch it all while you're folding laundry and making dinner, I'm not
No, but
interested
if
in that, right? But if there's an opportunity where some people will not come because of that, I will offer that. But there will be stuff they don't get that they will be missing out
Sure.
on, right?
Well, the networking for one.
My God, the networking alone, right? Yeah,
Yeah, huge.
yeah. All right, guys. It's now we've gone a full 33 minutes, so I did not want it to be that long. Lisa, did you want to say something, or you
No,
just
I'm just saying
not?
bye. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye. Connie, what are you making over there? You've been busy while we've been talking.
I'm rendering beeswax. I'm getting oils ready for lotions and potions.
So you're making lotions and potions?
Pouring beeswax blocks. That's beautiful. And it smells good too.
Awesome. All right, guys. Have a good day. I will get
Thank
this up
you.
on the Facebook group right away. I don't know what's coming up on my calendar next, but I will see you soon. Okay?
You
All right.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, cool.